Well, the guy you see there moving his legs, he forgot to record his voice, or at least to check this microphone to see if it was working. So, welcome to Everyday Exercises. I'm doing my warm up there. I'm describing what I'm going to be doing, and basically what I was going to be doing is just 5 exercises on the mat, and then make an attempt to run around 5 kilometers or 30 minutes or so at 10.4 kilometers an hour, and then walk the rest of the way for 40 minutes. Okay, now I'm here. I'm about to do some jump ropes here. Not looking to do a whole lot of them, just kind of warming up the body and get it moving. And I think I'll stop at around 50 or 60 or so. But then I'm going to be moving on to the next exercise here. All right, here I'm going to be doing some push-ups. I believe the number I got to is around 23. That first one really hurt my right shoulder. I've been having a lot of trouble with it, but I don't want to lose progress. I am stretching and doing a lot of warm-ups with the arm, trying to get rid of that feeling of that frozen shoulder. And then once I get going on the push-ups, I'm okay. It doesn't hurt quite as bad. But boy, that first one or two doesn't feel great at all. My arms tightened up towards 22, 23, and so I just left it at that. I didn't want to push harder and cause more problems. So my goal is to get to around 40 or 50 this year, if possible. All right, here I'm about to do some curls. I'm using 35-pound dumbbells, and I need to get some different weights on here, maybe get some 30s. 35s I do okay with, but sometimes I struggle with it. And I was feeling my right shoulder. That's me shaking my head, saying, "Oh God, this is hurting." More about a frustration because sometimes the shoulder really works well and sometimes it doesn't. And I'm trying to keep the momentum going. But maybe that's not the smartest thing, but that's just me. I have to keep driving. So I'll finish out these and then I'll be going on to I can't remember the next one, but it might be mountain climbers. Okay, yeah, we're doing mountain climbers now. And I try to get around 100 on these. Usually I'm okay. My shoulder I felt it, but it wasn't hurting bad. So I'm able to hold myself up. So I may start doing these on a daily basis because I think it really burns the calories. It helps with the core. Helps a little bit even with the arms, just holding yourself up there. So it's a great exercise, really good exercise. And I may just start doing this on a routine basis. It loosens my legs up for the run too. So I'm going to finish out these probably at around 100. All right, here I'm going to be doing the bird dog exercise. It's like a stretch / exercise where you're just holding the opposite arm and leg up, 5-10 seconds or longer, whichever is, you want to do or what you're able to do. This is a great core exercise as well. You don't really feel it right away, but if you do it for longer than I did it here, you definitely start feeling it the longer you do it. It gets harder and harder to keep your arms and legs up. But it's a very low impact. It's no impact really. Even with my shoulder, I'm still able to do it. So it's about as good as exercise you can get without putting any pressure on the joints. So I highly recommend this, and I'm going to be doing this quite often because it's just helpful and don't hurt my shoulder trying to do core work. So I finish off these, and then I get into the run / walk, where I'm trying to run at 10.4 kilometers an hour. I'm trying to essentially break 29 minutes for 5 kilometers. And I'll meet you there and let you know how that went. Okay, I'm walking here. Basically, I warmed up for about 5 minutes, walking at 7.5 kilometers an hour. And I'm just kind of telling what I'm about to do here. My knees felt okay, a little tight, not terrible. I didn't feel too tired, I don't think. I was kicking my knee out some just to make sure I loosened it up. So I'm running at 10.4 kilometers an hour, feeling pretty good. No trouble here. Just trying to get set into a rhythm. All right, I'll jump ahead here and just let you know where I started struggling. All right, I'm dropping my hands down here. I'm getting kind of tired. I'm desperately wanting to get to 29 minutes here, or 30 minutes even, at this pace, but it was proving more challenging than I thought it'd be. More for my cardiovascular. I just couldn't, I'm still over 200 pounds, so that's the part of the problem. Trying to run this pace for that distance at this weight is a real challenge for an older body. But nonetheless, I'm determined to get there, and I will get there. It's going to take longer than I anticipated. But the will is there and the drive is there, so that's the most important thing. So I'm just chugging along, I'm looking at that clock and just trying to let each minute tick by and keep putting one foot in front of the other, hoping for the best. All right, I'll jump ahead to where I had to come to a walk. All right, here coming to near the end of the run here. I'm getting close to 19 minutes running at this pace. And I've already passed 2 mile mark. So I'm getting close to 3,300 meters. Trying to drop my arms, seeing if I can just even get 30 more seconds or another minute, but my stomach was starting to bother me, and I was really working hard here, so I started to slow down. I went ahead and slowed down, started walking here. Really just more out of breath, which actually is not a terrible thing because it wasn't because of the knees. You know, if your limitation is your joints, that's a lot harder obstacle to get around. But if it's just fatigue from lack of fitness, that can be improved, you know, over time. So I wasn't terribly disappointed that I had to slow down. I know that, and I was saying there, I was like, I'm going to get to 25, then I'm going to get to 29. I'm saying that with confidence because I know it wasn't my knee that was going to limit me there. I just had to keep going, just get more reps in, get longer distances in, and I will hit that mark. So I'm actually feeling pretty good there. I look tired, but I'm feeling good inside because I know I'm heading the right direction. And I really am going the right direction. I'm being consistent, and that's the main thing. The knees are feeling better. They're tight, but I can kick it out. You know, I can stretch and do different things, and I'm able to get through it, at least for the knees and so forth. But I just walk here, and basically what I do, I just walk for the rest of the way at 6.5 kilometers an hour to 40 minutes. So I'm trying to burn the calories, lose the weight. So I finish out here towards 40 minutes, and then I just basically say, you know, I'm going to do a recovery workout tomorrow. And I might actually do more running because my knees didn't feel bad. I've stretched them out after I finished. I have to see how I'm going to feel tomorrow. I'm just basically saying to everybody goodbye.